Hello and welcome to TC Toolbox. My name is Glenn Keller, and in this demonstration we're taking a look at the Active Workspace Home Page. The Active Workspace Home Page represents this area in Active Workspace that you see here. It is this whole thing, and you can see it's denoted by labeling the top area Teamcenter. So each page or location that you go in Active Workspace, this area at the top will change. It won't always say Teamcenter. It may say Inbox, may say Explorer. It just denotes where you are in the system. The home page, when it displays, is broken up in Teamcenter 2512 to a bunch of these different sections. And these sections represent different things that you may do or interact with all the time in the system. For instance, it's broken down into your tasks up in the top. Then you get your recent objects over here. Then you get common actions that you execute, so like creating an object here. And each one of these are interactable, so you can interact with the data, you can right-click on the data, get quick hits, you have actions that you can take to them. Down below, you also get options that may or may not be in your display, so things like changes. If your organization interacts with changes, then you'll get a list of changes similar to what you see up here. And then in reports, if you're using reports, active reports in the Active Workspace environment, then you'll see your reports listed here in the report dashboard. Now, you won't be able to click and drag these definitions around, and the definitions may vary depending on who you are in the system. So you may see more or less. For instance, changes is installed, and I have a license for it in this environment, but you may not, so you may not see that page. Either way, this homepage is extremely dynamic. It is brand new. Siemens has just adopted this in Teamcenter 2512. We have a What's New segment that kind of goes deeper with it, but as you can see up across the top, we have a search, we have a go-to, we have a how you view it. So the technical terms, if you say find, so if I click this little search mechanism, it's the find button, and then I start typing mill. If I hit enter, it will find mill. Even though mill's in the middle of that area, it found the definition. If I do star mill star, it does not find mill. So you don't need to use wildcards in this definition. You can just type in the value. So definitely try and search. Now, if you log in and this is completely empty, don't worry, it's going to populate for you as you do different things around the system. Anytime that you click on an object, it's going to show up in your My Recent Objects, and you'll be able to scroll through and access it. And not only that, but when you right-click on it, you'll get different options, and yours may vary differently than mine. In addition, over on the tasks, this is your workflow definition. So if I come in, I can right-click and copy or manage shortcuts on them, but basically they're the tasks that I need to act on in the system. If I look across the top in this view, you can see I have a search. I don't need to search on this one, but I could. But I also have the Go-To button, like I did in the other one. So the Go-To, if I hover over it, it says Go to Inbox. I'm going to click that, and it's going to navigate me away from where I was. So it's going to take me into that inbox, and you'll see it's just going to provide me with more options and interactions for that task. So the first area, the page on the home page, is going to be kind of like your overview, your dashboard, and then you select it to go in deeper and be able to act on those tasks. If I hit the back button up here, it'll take me back to where I was prior. I could also just click home again if I wanted to. So I'm going to go back to home. If I click recents, go to, you can see that it will take me to recent, which is one tab inside of the favorites location. So the favorites location has a sublocation of recent. And now recent is the place that I could come to access this data. I'm going to go back to home. Actions, you'll notice it doesn't have a list of objects to interact with. It's a list of commands. So there are no options in the top right corner. These are the commands you can execute. Now, by default in here, we have create document and report problem. Now, what these will do is fast track your creation of this type of object, and you may have different actions depending on who you are in the system. If you don't have any actions, the tasks are still achievable, you just have more button clicks to do. So if I click Create Document, it'll open up what's called my Explorer, and then it will open up a panel, and then it will filter that panel. So I'm going to click this. It's going to open up this page, the home folder. It's going to open up my add panel, and then it's going to filter that add panel by the document object type. So now I could streamline my creation of this object, populate some data here, and create that data. So in here, if I go back, actions provide these quick steps that allow me to speed up what I'm doing. Changes works a lot like Inbox. It'll take you to your changes if you have changes in the system, like problem reports, change requests, change notices. And then reports are going to be a dashboard of reports you can interact with in Active Workspace. Reports are Teamcenter reports, but you can have additional types of reports defined here. If I click the Open or Go to Reports, you'll see that some of the reports have an interaction that you can click on so you can see different things. And then you could dive deeper. You could say open it. You could go to the previous. You could remove the report from your dashboard here. And we'll get into reports a lot more as we traverse through these topics. So your dashboard is dynamic in nature. It will change based on who you are. Each one of the objects that you interact with in here will take you somewhere else in the application. Just note this is your firm landing page. This is where you're going to stop because it's where all your shortcuts are. Up across the top here on this home page definition, we'll get deeper into it, but we have a searching tool right here. This is how we search for data in Active Workspace. It's our preferred method. We have a pre-filter up across the top here. Siemens provides the ability to pre-filter based on different object types or categories. It's not always based on object type, but if I filter by files, then the amount of data that I'm searching is reduced dramatically. And when I type in something like 090 and hit enter, then the results can come back just that much faster. So the global search is what this is called, and you'll notice there is an ability to save the search here, and you can run advanced searches, and we'll get into that when we talk about the searching lessons. And then these little pre-searches or recent searches, you can clear out by clicking that, and you can actually undo the clear, but you can also exit out of what's in your box. If you start typing, then you get the search. So we'll explore this a lot more in the future, but if I do 090 and I hit enter or I hit the search box, you can see I also get some filters. Then I could take my search to another level and filter down to exactly what I want. Other options that are available are whether or not you have an active change in the system where you're working towards executing that change. So you could select this and select the change that you're working towards. We'll get into that in some change management lessons. And then notifications we'll choose to display here. And this is going to be where your dispatcher results are going to be if you generate reports and use run in background. If you duplicate a structure and you run it in the background, anytime that those are going to complete, you'll get a notification in this location. In here, you have settings, things like controlling the appearance, whether or not the buttons around the system or the commands have labels associated to them, or if you want to condense that to where they don't. So you can see over on the left-hand side, no names on those buttons. And if I switch that back in the settings box, then the command labels are back. So there's a lot of options in this area for things like when I edit tables, it'll auto save. I can look at my keyboard shortcuts that are available in the system and interact with those. I can go into the data privacy settings. I can even go into additional logging capturing settings and run speed tests. And then Siemens has provided a standard help button as well as an about, which your administrators may ask you to access to tell them the version that you have available or to give access to your log. And this is the log that they'll need access for any errors or issues that may arise. This is the Active Workspace environment. It includes a lot of different commands and capabilities. This is your home page, and it includes a lot of functionality right here in one location where you can act on objects without having to perform a lot of clicks. In future demonstrations, what we're going to do is we're going to get into additional topics such as the launcher that you can play with down in the corner to navigate to these different locations. There are a lot of different tools that are available in this launcher. We're going to talk about how this launcher replaces an older mechanism called a tile. And it's organized a little bit better. We have more options, and we actually have the ability to throw these tools onto this area. So we can kind of fast track our clicks. Again, we don't have to even go to the launcher anymore. We can keep those buttons up at all times. We hope you enjoyed this demonstration, and we'll see you in the next one.